I like racing games a lot. Some of my favorite all-time memories come from a little-known classic known as Mario Kart. And I'm proud to say that Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is like my second favorite Mario Kart. So the first round of DLC came out like a few months back, and now it's time for me to give my expert, completely, totally professional opinion and thoughts on Wave 2. This is a buttload better than Wave 1. Look at these courses. We got an all-new track with anti-gravity. We got an actual good remake of a super circuit track. And most importantly, we got the return of the king. Man, even the textures on this look so much better than what was happening there in Wave 1. Now I'm like not even questioning what I'm driving on anymore. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought this was a vast, dirty-ass lake that I was driving in, but oh, you're telling me that's grass? Okay. Let's go rank some tracks. I don't like this track. Okay, so New York Minute is one of the Mario Kart Tour tracks that got ported over to Mario Kart 8, and like originally when this was shown, I thought, okay, you know, I'm keeping an open mind about it, and I thought this might be fun. You know, I like me some of the night tracks. There's the one in Double Dash that I can't remember the name of right now. And yeah, I like Toad's Turnpike. Yeah, so that track is called Mushroom City. So usually I have either contacts or glasses on, and I still hate driving at night in the rain. And I think that's the number one reason why I don't like this course. My vision sucks ass. But I like how each of the tour tracks so far change laps on each one, and I find that interesting, but for some reason on this one, I just don't think any of these routes are good. It's not like they're awful, but like, it's not interesting, and it just doesn't make it fun. Also, the CPUs on the stage are fucking dicks. Alright, so Sky High Sunday, this is the one everyone was hyped about. It's the first brand new track for the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Booster Course Pass, and it even has anti-gravity mechanics in it. Like, that's exciting. It's okay. I don't think Sky High Sunday is bad by any means. I definitely like it a lot better than New York Minute, but I don't really have much that I love about this. Like, this whole track is kind of just like, imagine big desert Baby Park, and that's pretty much what Sky High Sunday is. Baby Park works so well because of how, like, overly simplistic it is and how just absolutely insane it gets because you're lapping people, like, 4 times. It's like Baby Go-Kart at the amusement park, but everybody gets hurt and there's less crying. And I mean, don't get me wrong, like, you know, Sky High Sunday has some of that, you know, the wacky fest that is Baby Park. It has some of that craziness, but, like, it's just not as crazy. And you also can't see sometimes whenever you're jumping off something, so you don't know exactly where you're gonna land. I just kind of feel like there's a missed opportunity here. I feel like they could have done a little bit more with it. I like the ice cream helipad, though. I think that a lot of people might have just clicked off the video. So, Mushroom Gorge is a fine track. I think it is. Like, I don't really have any glaring issues with this track. I don't get the hype. I think it's the mushrooms. I don't like these. I've never been a big fan of how when you jump on these, I feel like the entirety of my momentum is just completely slowed down, and then I have to, like, track where I'm gonna land. I think a lot of people like the mushrooms in Mushroom Gorge. That would make sense. And I'm sure there's something that's interesting to people about, you know, having to bounce continuously off these. I mean, sometimes I do have fun. When you, like, land multiples of those in a row, it feels pretty good. And you can still do the shortcut at the end. I mean, you can. I can't, because I suck at this. Mushroom Gorge is still fun. You know, I'm having a good time. It's colorful. You look at all the shrooms. I mean, at least it's not like Vanilla Lake, where I want to just off myself so I can escape this. No! Okay. Hear me out. I'm sure for most people, this track is the most boring thing that is in Wave 2 of the DLC. And if this controlled like Super Mario Kart, I would be right there with you. But because of my nostalgic, stupid little boy brain, I couldn't put this any lower than 5th. I'm sorry. I saw a comment somewhere about this, and I can't remember where exactly it was, but it wrapped it up perfectly. But basically, they said after some of the craziness that is New York Minute and struggling to get around that track and making the twists and turns, there's a certain simplicity and beautifulness to Mario Circuit 3. It's almost like I feel like I'm coming home, you know? There's like this wonderful like calmness to this track. Here's some colored blocks. and some sand and dirt. This sounds like a preschool playground. But I'm telling you, dude, on 200cc, this is a gold mine of fun times to be had for the whole family. I can't begin to describe how fun it feels whipping around these turns at like blazing speed, and you feel like you feel like the track is like becoming one with you. Oh, it feels so good, dude. Now look at that little bit of bass that they added to the song. That sounds nice. Snowland is a track that I almost completely forgot about its entire existence on Mario Kart Super Circuit, and I played a lot of that back in the day, so I'm a little surprised. I think this is the best modernization of any Game Boy Advance track from that era, because this completely respects the source material while not being afraid to go off and make its own tweaks and do its own thing. We got them moving penguins. They added this nice little loop with the freezy water in the center. There's a couple crafty shortcuts added in there for a little pizzazz. And look at all this verticality that they just added. I mean, look at it. Dude, in that song, man, that is an earworm. I've been humming it every day since the DLC's been out, except for one other track. We're gonna talk about that in a minute. It just makes me want to curl up with a blanket and a cup of cocoa and watch the 9 Lives of Christmas on Hallmark. Sydney Sprint is the best Mario Kart Tour track that's out, even though I haven't played hardly any of them. I absolutely love how varied and different like each of these laps feel, because you got like the first lap here, which is kind of your standard, you know, here's your city fair, and then you got like the second lap, which has you whipping along the ocean, lake, riverside. I'm trying to remember what body of water that was. And I love how there's like this entire bridge section which has you just blazing through at high speeds. Oh my god, it feels so good. I mean, this track is called Sydney Sprint for a reason, and it's because you're sprinting a lot, and I haven't even mentioned the best part yet, and that's the music. Suck the shit out of that sax! Man, Sydney Sprint really surprised me, and it makes me like incredibly sad that I'm not sitting in Australia right now just with like a cup of Dr. Pepper in my hand looking out the ocean. Instead, I'm in a basement in the middle of Pennsylvania. Yeah, so I don't think that this is like objectively one of the best tracks in this wave, but fuck it, dude, I'm human. I gotta speak from the heart on this one. So my brother and I used to play tag on this like all the time. It was like one of our favorite tracks to do it on. One of us would just like get a head start and like, I don't know, go out in the middle of the desert or something and like do our best to hide, and we told each other that we're not allowed to screen peek. And I'm sure you all know how well that went. And it was so much fun just like running around this track, because you feel like you had so much freedom, whereas a lot of the other tracks felt so limited. But this one was so wide and vast and like expansive. You could go all throughout the desert. You could go in this like tunnel. We got hit by the train a lot because we sucked. Well, I shouldn't say we sucked. I feel like we were pretty good. We still got hit by the train a lot. And keep in mind that I'm like a total sucker for a good Western scene. Like I just talked about this on my Live Alive video. It's all thanks to my pop. Loved you, Richard. And honestly, man, the changes that they've made in this version of the track are definitely well-deserved. These are all great. Like, I like the fact that each lap is different. I like the fact that they actually made the track with the train, like, its own lap. That is so cool. This is one of those tracks that, as much as I objectively want to, I can't separate my emotions and I can't separate my past experiences with it. So that's why it's number 2. If you want to put it number 8 or 7, that's fine. I totally understand. But I don't have to like it. Waluigi Pinball is as perfect of a track as you can get in the Mario Kart games. It kind of cemented the whole thing of like, why do Wario and Waluigi have some of the best stages? Like, this is kind of the track that really did that for me. And honestly, I'm really happy that they kind of just left this track completely unchanged, because you don't change greatness. So the only thing that stuck out to me in like a mildly negative way is whenever you first go like burst through the cannon at the beginning, it doesn't feel as like powerful. No, it feels kind of mushy and soft. But other than that, Waluigi Pinball feels just as great here as it did back in the day. It's fun, it's frantic, and freaking colorful as all hell this time around. I mean, good lord, look at all that neon. It's like a high school rave without all the hormones and White Claw. I don't think I'll ever get tired of this track, man. And it feels absolutely amazing on 200cc. Except for this turn. This turn sucks. So that's my ranking for the Wave 2 tracks and the Mario Kart 8 DLC. Let me know that you like this, and if you want to see me do this again for Wave 3, I was super down for this. Always love talking about Mario Kart. I just like talking about racing games, but like most people who watched me before have probably already got the sense that I like that a lot. I don't really have anything, you know, lined up for the end of this video that I wanted to say other than like, you're all beautiful and I love you all a lot. Thank you for checking out the channel. If you want to leave a comment and like, I just hit my mic.